Can computers create art? Well, the question might have seemed ludicrous a month ago, but now, well... An avant-garde London Art Society, the Institute of Contemporary Art, is showing a dazzling display of pyrotechnics which gives some of the answers. Dr. Chris Evans, who is a psychologist at the National Physical Laboratory, is one of the artist-scientist contributors, and he's here in the studio now to tell us about the exhibition. Dr. Evans, I suppose the first question really is why have an exhibition of this sort at all? Is there, after all, any real affinity between science and art? We've been told not so far.
Yes, but things are beginning to change a little bit. People are feeling that let's say the boundaries between art and science are getting rather more blurred. And probably this is the reason why the exhibition came to be, because people felt that it ought to be possible to explore the relationship between the computer, which is an entirely mechanical device, and the human brain, which is another type of mechanical device, which works on rather similar principles.
But I'd like to put it to you that surely a lot of the works in the exhibition are interesting and amusing, and they engage our attention because they are images, visual, of course, tactile. But if they were seen with none of the associations which we have with computers and machines and words like cybernetics, would they stand up, in fact, as works of art?
Well, probably some of them wouldn't, because some of them are very trivial indeed. But there are examples of drawings in motion in particular, which simply couldn't be replicated by one individual drawing in the form of a cartoon. Now these are genuine contributions, genuine artistic contributions, if you like, which are produced by the computers in a way that they couldn't be produced by human beings.
When you say produced by machines, you don't entirely mean produced by accident, of course, do you?
Oh no, they're designed, in fact, a program's written by the individual to set the machine to do a special type of thing, but then the machine will produce something which the human couldn't have done without it. The exhibition can be looked at in all sorts of different levels, but at one level, let's say, you've got robots walking around. Now these are mechanical devices which are got up in a way that's meant to be entertaining and amusing, and they trundle around. And then then there are interesting extensions of that particular type of art which is known as mobiles. These came into being perhaps 20 years ago. Everybody has mobiles or have had mobiles in their home. The mobiles that are to be found in the ICA exhibition are very mobile indeed, and very cunningly mobile, inasmuch as they're controlled by electronics and by people talking to them, for instance. There's pieces of sculpture, if you like, in the exhibition that will respond as you address them.
How did the scientists behind all these examples get mixed up in this? Did they suddenly find that they'd produced something which they thought was rather interesting and might have an artistic relevance?
Yes, well, in a way this is true, and this beautifully pinpoints the title of the exhibition, Cybernetic Serendipity. Cybernetic deals with artificial intelligence and electronic control systems. Serendipity is the facility for getting a pleasant surprise. So you could call this pleasantly surprising robots, if you like, and some of the scientists who put in exhibits no doubt were surprised by what they'd made.
Like most of the exhibits here, Peter Zinoviev's electronic music computer responds to whoever addresses it. Whistle a tune into it, and it will play back variations to you. The selenium motors in the owl's eyes are light sensitive. They revolve and operate motors which move the owl's feathers. He goes to sleep when someone walks in front of him and blocks off the light. The ICA exhibition has discovered an early example of computer technology. Its solid-state electronic woodpeckers are data processing. And the information fed into the punch card unit is minutely examined. The mass memory has tiny minds which think in a clockwise direction. The memory itself is controlled, of course, by Elephant, and is fed data via a preloaded information bund. A snake charmer is effectively silencing sonic control. Unworthy information is washed into the brain vein and conducted by heavy water to the brain boost. Perhaps computers do have a sense of humor after all.
You might think that these flashes are a bit of pure exhibitionism on my part, but wouldn't mind betting you saw them through our studio fog long before you saw me. The jacket is designed for anyone who has to work on motorways in bad visibility. People like police or ambulance crews, and you can be seen for 300 feet, front or back, when you're wearing it, which is much better and much safer than a fluorescent jacket. So, if you're likely to be out of your car in bad visibility, get flashing.